Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
And today we are finishing half of an album, sort of, that we did a while ago. The Midnights by Taylor Swift.
Everybody wanted
a lot of people were
3 a.m.
A lot of people were mad we didn't do the deluxe. It's basically just a deluxe edition.
Okay.
It's called something else though. It's called Till Dawn. But the way I see it is just a deluxe because it was released after the album.
Okay.
Bonus tracks. She had two different versions. One had like 5 songs. One had like 6 songs.
Okay.
So we're just doing the rest of whatever we missed.
Which is 11.
Yeah, I think it's 10 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 tracks here. Then there was a track that she just put out recently that I guess is the end of this
like
whole
a one-off
thing. Yeah, something that was left out. That was like an unreleased track. So in total, it'd be 11.
So we haven't heard these songs. They're just
we did the original 13.
Okay.
But a lot of people were saying that
this is
these
better.
would change our whole perception of
Interesting.
the collection of songs. Which, if you remember the last one, right? This wasn't that long ago. We had sort of mixed. Some of them we didn't like. I'd say this was the most mixed we were on any of the ones we've heard of hers so far. Like some of them we were kind of some of them were really good.
Yeah.
It was definitely a different vibe than what we had heard before. And
So-
genuinely, the reason why we didn't do it last time is because we recorded this right before we did the Eras tour.
Right.
So that was a lot of recording
Taylor.
we did in like 2 days.
We would
Because
tailor it out.
if we did the full thing at one shot, it's like, I don't know, 2 hours. So
Yeah.
it's like, that's a lot to do right before I had to edit. But I wasn't planning on not doing it. It was just
It was
more sense
before we
to
learned
like-
about bracelets and heart signs.
Yeah,
and all
listen,
that stuff.
that-
And 13 on our hands.
That was a big thing to go through.
Yeah, it was like an initiation.
I'd say we're pretty much
I'd say we made
not
the
veterans,
club.
not anywhere close to that. But
we made the club.
I think we can consider ourselves.
A seat at the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it a point this time. You don't have to, but I'm gonna try to make it a point to really focus on the lyrics because I feel like
Okay.
when we did Midnights, I was kind of really in tune with the Jack Antonoff. I was totally on that train.
Okay.
Remember, because I was like, oh, he produced the Lana, and then
Production
he
of it
produced
all.
this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try because I know clearly, obviously, from songs like Mastermind that
Okay.
So I'm going to try hard to focus in on because I do, honestly, I will say that sometimes I get taken away by production, especially if it's like pop or something. Like
Well,
rap.
that's your niche.
Yeah. Like if it's rap, I'm definitely locked into the,
And I think
lyrics,
I
but-
think it's most times it works well because I learned to appreciate more about production than
Right.
I ever did before.
I'm going to put a little graphic right here, a little
Okay.
graph. You ever see those graphs where it's like who's subscribed and who's not subscribed to the channel? I've never put it up in our channel.
I've
but
never seen
our
that.
numbers are very low. It's very bad. It's like 20% or something, meaning 20% of all people that watch our channel are subscribed.
Oh,
So I'm putting this graph.
yeah.
If you're new here, consider subscribing because we upload every single week.
Come on, guys.
So subscribe and like the video. It helps a lot. Let's
Yeah.
try to boost these numbers. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get back. I usually don't do that, but I've seen other people do it, and I'm like, yeah, I checked our numbers. Not great. But we can boost them, I believe.
You can do it. We have confidence in you.
Anyways, I'm sorry to tease, but the Great War.
It's like getting a report card. You hate to
I
hear.
started like 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
My knuckles were bruised like violets. Sucker punching walls, cursed you as I sleep talked. Spineless in my tomb of silence. Tore your banners down, took the battle underground. And maybe it was ego swinging. Always remember, tears on the letter I vowed not to cry anymore. If we survived the Great War, you drew up some good faith treaties. I drew curtains closed, drank my poison all alone. You said I have to trust more freely. That bloodshed.
It's another song where she's using select words to take you to a more like older time.
You're doing it already.
What?
Talking
I
over.
waited for the hook. I waited for the chorus so I could say what I wanted.
If we survived the Great War.
I didn't say I'm not gonna talk.
It turned into something bigger. Somewhere in the haze, got a sense I'd been betrayed. We can plant a memory garden, say a solemn prayer, place a poppy in my hair. There's no morning glory, it was war, it wasn't fair. And we will never go back to that bloodshed, crimson clover, I vowed I would always be yours.
You first.
That might be my favorite one of hers in a few albums. I mean, that I'm just a natural sucker for images of and respect for, you know, people in the service. So I mean, she touched on every possible you know, fallen soldier, poppy in my hair, finger on the trigger. I mean,
Morning Glory, right?
Yeah, everything you could possibly imagine, she threw in there. The music was great. The sound of the marching, you know, drum was great. The way it was inserted, the rise, the harmonies of her voice, and the change in her voice was really good. She hit low to start, you know, high when it was passionate. And I just, the sounds of it were just really great. Not just the lyrics were spectacular, but the singing and the music, it's hard not to mention the production on that one. It was really, really well done.
Yeah. It gave me a bit of like I don't know if you know who they are, but MGMT, they make kind of make like indie pop sort of music, but it just had a beautiful flow to it, the whole song. Like you said, with those little standing marching.
The pace of the pace of it felt like a marching,
and the pre-chorus. Dun, 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 dun. So I was focusing in on the lyrics. Again, the production was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
But yeah, what I was going to say before, but obviously I didn't want to talk too much, was like you were saying, the way she picks those select words and phrases to immediately bring you into whatever this imagery is you're making in your head. You know, people battling together, going through things together, being it on
I went right back to the movie we just saw, the Napoleon.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's timeless. It doesn't matter what period you're talking about when there was a war, but it's also about, you know,
human.
Yeah, the interaction,
connection. That's what I took from it, and I liked is that. I mean, you could apply that to anything, any relationship between two people, romantic or not. Just
once we
going
get past
through,
this.
hard times, devastating times with another person, and then coming out on the other side. The line, like, you know, grabbing my bloody hand, great line.
Yeah.
Track 15 is called "Bigger Than the Whole Sky."
No words appear before me in the aftermath. Salt streams out my eyes and into my ears. Every single thing I touch becomes sick with sadness, because it's all over now, all out to sea. Goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. What could have been, would have been you. I don't believe. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. And I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without. I'm never gonna meet what could have been, would have been, what should have been you.
You first.
Jeez. I don't know what I was expecting, but not
that.
Not these from the album
No.
that we heard.
No, I agree.
You know, the front half of the album, or I guess the album,
Yeah.
is so light and pretty, and I mean, not this obviously is gorgeous, but I didn't expect the somberness, the
and to follow the Great War with that is
oh, I mean, that could be its own EP right there. Those two tracks,
Yeah.
that would be the perfect
I agree.
1-2.
It is.
Going
they're-
through the one thing with
They're
someone,
made for each other, those songs.
and then just this, empty wide.
I don't know that I've ever heard her get about as low as she could go, where I was literally like, struggling to hear how low she was
Yeah.
singing, because the vibe that she was feeling just came through in the way she was singing. That was
What impresses me is like what you're saying, like how quiet in volume that song is, but how massive the emotions sound. Like it feels like you're in like a vast open, night sky or field and feeling
Yeah.
all these things. But the sound of it is so intimate and quiet. There's nothing grand to make you feel that. No big strings or production or vocals.
no.
It's all
It's
quiet
all
and
about
measured.
the lyrics and the voice.
But the lyrics are so perfectly written.
Yeah.
And this is on a
Getting-
bonus. This is on a bonus
yeah.
bonus tracks. Like these were left off. that always blows my mind. Like how many songs like that does she just have either never released or scrapped that are just that's when
Beautiful.
you show the true power of someone. Like
Right.
these are leftover.
Right.
Things
Like
that
how
she-
much can anybody I could honestly say, and you probably too, that there's certain emotions and feelings that you can tap into yourself that,
Yeah.
that you could speak on. But how can anybody describe like the effects of war or the effects of losing somebody
Just
or
loss in that
Yeah,
specific of a emotion,
way.
tapping in.
Yeah, exactly.
So track 16 now is called Paris.
Your ex-friend's sister met someone at a club and he kissed her. Turns out it was that guy you hooked up with ages ago, some wannabe Z-lister. And all the outfits were terrible. 2003 unbearable. Did you see the photos? No, I didn't, but thanks though. I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. Drew a map on your bedroom ceiling. No, I didn't see the news, 'cause we were somewhere else. Like we were in Paris. Oh, we were somewhere else. Privacy sign on the door and on my page and on the whole world. Romance is not dead if you keep it just yours. Levitate above all the messes made. Sit quiet by my side in the shade. Brainwash you into loving me forever. I wanna transport you to somewhere the culture's clever. Confess my truth in swooping, sloping, cursed letters. Let the only flashing lights be the tower at midnight. In my mind, we were somewhere else.
Interesting track.
Yeah, I like that it didn't cave to some cliche Parisian, music or, like accordion or something like that.
Yeah, it was more just used as
it's just a very
as
muffled
specific imagery.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, but she uses Paris as like the spot that she was imagining. Like she sang right the couples together, envisioning themselves being elsewhere, ignoring the outside world.
Yeah, it's great.
I can imagine that. I do it every day.
Yeah. But just even, I mean, I'm sure she's gotten there. I mean, she must have performed there. I'm sure she's been.
Yeah, I'm sure she knows what it looks like.
And everybody who's, I mean, you have to know that it is, considered the place to be, for love, and the Eiffel Tower, and, very romantic
getaway place.
Yeah, and she talks about putting the, do not disturb sign on the hotel door.
Yeah, high infidelity. High infidelity?
As opposed to high fidelity.
Yeah, right. High fidelity is the
sound
phrase, right? High fidelity, like a record.
Rain soaking, blind hoping. You said I was freeloading. I didn't know you were keeping count. High infidelity, put on your records and regret me. I bent the truth too far tonight. I was dancing around it. High infidelity, put on your headphones and burn my city. Your picket fences sharp as knives. I was dancing around it. Do you really want to know where I was April 29th? Do I really have to chart the constellations in his eyes? You know there's many different ways that you can kill the one you love. The slowest way is never loving them enough. Do you really want to know where I was April 29th? High infidelity, put on your headphones and burn my city. Your picket fence is sharp as knives. I was dancing around it. I didn't know you were keeping count. Rain soaking, blind hoping. You said I was freeloading. I didn't know you were keeping count. But oh, you were keeping count.
You didn't get the country feel from that? I mean, subtracting the beeping out of it.
No, not this one.
I got it.
I mean, in hindsight. But what I was thinking as I'm listening, like, it feels like the Taylor that maybe we're gonna start hearing more, like every track so far.
This is the most modern version of her we've heard now.
Yeah,
or the latest tracks.
Yeah, and she's she's getting older. Her voice is still very good.
Very mature, settled in.
I mean, and what we saw of her singing on stage for that amount of time,
that was wild.
And that was like, she
3
does
hours.
that,
Every
the
night.
whole tour. So
a cool play too on the infidelity.
Yeah,
I mean,
the records.
We said it before it started.
Yeah, she knows how to write a song.
Yeah, so clever.
But I think the voice might be a little picture into what I'd like how I could stay a fan.
Continue
you know
on.
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Okay, we missed those early years. We weren't part of, the early
young Taylor
introduction and going along with her as she grew up. But to come in now, if I'm going to stay connected,
it sounds like a very seasoned, experienced, mature songwriter. Track 18 is called Glitch.
We were supposed to be just friends.
What is this?
You don't live in my part of town, but maybe I'll see you out some weekend. Depending on what kind of mood and situationship I'm in, and what's in my system. I think there's been a glitch. 5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you with a stitch.
This vocal production is wild.
It's been 2,190 days of our love blackout. The system's breaking down. there's been a glitch. 5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you with a stitch. I'm not even sorry.
This wasn't on the
So
tour?
sorry,
No.
blood moonlit.
Nah.
It must be counterfeit. I think there's been a glitch.
Oh my god, that song's fucking cool.
That was very cool.
That song had a lot.
It kind of goes along with what I was saying. That this is like, I could dig this.
Yeah,
like
this is nice.
This shows a nice modern.
This is like glass of
mature
whiskey.
woman. Yeah,
It's
I mean, it was
back.
kind of sexy in a way, but also, without saying it, just the feel of like a vinyl record in the beginning,
Yeah. The scratchiness
of it all, but then the digitally, and then the music goes away and it's just her voice. Had a bit of a Lord feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sensing that big time because, little avant-garde for her.
Oh,
For Taylor.
the vocal production by I had to pull up to make sure.
Uh-huh.
Jack Antonoff again. This is all Jack Antonoff production, but the way he mixed her vocals and the way she performed them, not just the way he mixed them,
Yeah.
but the blend of her vocals coming in and
Where she
out
goes,
at different levels,
Like she
or
went
up
up
and down,
and then
and the little like windy guitars coming in and out.
Yeah.
That is a fucking cool ass song, and the bass is fucking shredding in that song. That is gonna be one that's replayed a lot. 19 is would've, could've, should've, which is what she said in the second track, right?
Yeah.
In the hook.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Wow.
If you would've blinked, then I would've looked away at the first glance. If you tasted poison, you could've spit me out at the first chance. If I wasn't painted, it's splattered on a promising grown man. My knees and a damn sure never would've danced with the devil. At 19, and the God's honest truth is that the pain was heaven. And now that I'm grown, I'm scared of ghosts. Memories feel like weapons. And now that I know, I wish you'd left me wondering. If you never touched me, I would've gone along with the righteous. Memories feel like weapons. And now that I know, I wish you left me wondering. God rest my soul, I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close, stained glass windows in my mind. I regret you all the time. I can't let this go. I fight with you in my sleep, the wound won't close. I keep on waiting for a sign. I regret you all the time. Oh, God, rest my soul, I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close, stained glass windows in my mind. I regret you all the time. I can't let this go. I fight with you in my sleep, the wound won't close. I keep on waiting for a sign. I regret you all the time.
Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah, another song where she uses to its fullest the imagery of, spirituality and church and all the, God rest my soul.
Oh, so many things. Stained
Dance
glass
with the
windows.
devil, get off my knees.
I mean, I was picking up so much.
The pain was heaven.
So much.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, tombs and ghosts and all. I mean,
Stained glass windows in my mind.
yeah, I
Wow.
in addition to all the
The tomb one,
yeah,
tomb won't close.
in addition to all the cliches, I'm wondering, not only that, but thinking back to the tour, how she can remember all the lyrics to all these songs. Yes, I know they're hers, but
I mean, that's a lyrical.
still, right? I mean, the amount of songs and the amount of words that are put together to create a picture.
And the flow of this one is such a constant. Right? There's no. It just keeps going and going and going and building and building.
I love that she didn't hang her hat on coulda, would've, should've.
Right. I think she only said it like one time
In the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was great,
but it sets up
the
themes of the regrets, right? And the thinking back.
And then going to like praying and God and, death and everything. Yeah. Everything. I mean,
wow. Yeah.
She could have easily, if she wanted to stick to the pop formula, right? Find this shoulda, woulda, coulda and run it to the ground, right?
But she really expands on the thoughts and ideas of,
which is just imagery. It makes your brain work when you listen to her songs. I'm afraid of ghosts.
I'm afraid of ghosts. Memories feel like weapons.
Yeah.
Now that I'm grown, I'm afraid of ghosts.
Well, and also she's talking about being vulnerable at 19 and getting hurt. But she also said had she not felt that person touch her, or she would have been this goody-goody, or not goody-goody, but
so it's
she could have led a life of piety and
wrestling the thoughts of regret with what did I take from that?
Right.
Where am I now?
How did it change me?
Right. What did it mean?
Right.
But memories feel like weapons is like, it's still probably something that she thinks about, and you know what I mean? Not something you could think about once and get over. It's probably a constant battle to.
Sure, it formed her. Yeah.
Feel comfortable where she is and where her life went. And track 20 is called Dear Reader. Oh boy. Sounds like another poem.
He's a good piano player.
Yeah.
It's an understatement, I think.
Remember we saw him do it live on the
SNL.
Yeah, it was so good.
That might have been one of my favorite images.
Dear reader, if it feels like a trap, you're already in one. Dear reader, get out your map, pick somewhere and just run. Dear reader, burn all the files, desert all your past lives. And if you don't recognize yourself, that means you did it right. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. Dear reader, the greatest of luxuries is your secrets. Dear reader, when you aim at the devil, make sure you don't miss. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. I'm so glad you should spend another night.
Love that.
A lot of vocal production.
So great risk taking for her.
Something that she stays away from.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows the maturity here, this whole back half.
And it doesn't sound slapstick either.
No,
like for the gimmick.
right, for the gimmick
It fits the emotion of this song. It's still hitting the harmonies in the auto-tune, which I think is cool. Still layering the vocals. Yeah, that's another really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So many varied tracks on here. It's crazy.
I know. It was cool to hear the experimentation, the use of the technology to tweak her voice.
Some more religious little lines in there, a couple of them.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But I just really am excited about, I mean, had you known that had you listened to this, like this definitely would have been one where we'd be with our stars and laid back and eyes closed.
Yeah, but it's,
I know,
idea.
who knew?
Yeah.
But I'm really excited if this is the direction she continues to go in. Yes, I still would want to. I'm sure the fan base would still want to have the hook songs where
Yeah, and she still will.
right, Shake It Off or something like
she
that.
knows.
Right,
She's
that's going to
smart.
come when she's feeling good.
She knows what she's doing. Track 21 is called Hit Different. Hits different.
I washed my hands of ice at the club. You made a mess of me. I pictured you with other girls in love, then threw up on the street. Like waiting for a bus that never shows. You just start walking on.
There we go. We made it.
Deep down.
It's different. It hits different this time. Catastrophic blues. Moving on was always easy for me to do. It hits different. It hits different 'cause it's you. Rip the band-aid off and skip town like an asshole outlaw. Freedom felt like summer.
Has she ever said asshole in a song?
Oh, yeah.
Really? But not that much.
Not a lot.
And the sand hurts my feelings, and I never don't cry. No, I never don't cry. At the bar, yeah, my sadness is contagious. My sadness is contagious. I slow your name till someone puts me in a car. I'm wrinkled in time like the crease by your eyes. This is why they shouldn't kill off the main guy, James.
Fast flow there.
Your hair and
Yeah, a lot of
your
metaphors about,
sense
crime and
Yeah.
But have nothing to do with, a murder or something.
Yeah.
I held you for a while, but I can still melt your world. Argumentative, antithetical dream girl. 'Cause it's you. Catastrophic blues. And all was always easy for me to do. It's different. It's different 'cause it's you.
Man, she really works you with those hooks. She gets you. By the time it comes around the last
I
time,
know.
it starts to
Yeah.
to get its way in there.
That one I could see her like standing with her guitar and,
Oh, yeah.
and really playing that one. Yeah.
Oh my, love is alive.
Yeah, like just
A nice-
really enjoying the guitar out of that.
Who were we just saying with the flows of lyrics? Oh, SZA. How great her flows of lyrics were. Like almost rapping.
Yeah, this was close.
But this is just a beautiful,
Oh my, yeah.
catchy
Yeah.
head bopper. Right?
Toe tapper.
Yeah. Oh, my. The next two tracks are different versions of tracks that we heard on the original album.
Oh.
So the first one here, track 22, is the song Snow on the Beach, which we both really liked.
Okay.
That beautiful track with Lana Del Rey from,
Right.
from the original album. I know this information because of our subscribers.
Yeah, what
So
did they do different? Do we
so-
know?
the original version, if you remember it, it kind of had Lana Del Rey in the chorus, like doing like backing vocals, supporting Taylor.
Oh, where we felt it should have been the opposite.
Yeah, and so did all her fans. So this is a different version called Snow on the Beach featuring more Lana Del Rey, which has more Lana Del Rey vocals than the original.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, she just, because I guess the fans after the album came out were all saying like,
Come on.
like
yeah.
no,
yeah.
we wanted more of a
Oh,
collaboration.
That's really cool.
So this is a different version that apparently has more vocals from Lana.
That's recognition for you.
Which the original song I loved, so I can't imagine not loving this one. It's funny though, featuring more Lana. It's clever.
Like it's her new name.
Saw flecks of what could have been lights, but it might just have been you passing by unbeknownst to me. Life is emotionally abusive, and time can't stop me quite like you did in my flight, like snow on the beach.
Still fits well on this.
Does.
On this second half.
Like snow on the beach. Like snow. This scene feels like what I once saw on a screen. I've searched aurora borealis green. I've never seen
Like
sunlit
butter.
from
Her
within.
voice is so good.
Blurring
You know that now. We've done Lana.
My smile is flying in a dream.
Yeah.
Stars by the
We hear Lana much more clearly.
Like a duet.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Tonight feels impossible. But it's coming down, no sound, it's all around like snow on the beach. Like snow on the beach.
So sensual.
On the beach.
Her voice is amazing.
Yeah.
Lana.
Like snow on
But just together, it's a great duet.
Amazing.
It's coming down, no sound, it's all around like snow on the beach.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, that one is almost like it was written for her, you know, like,
It sounds like a Lana Del Rey
yeah, I mean,
track.
I don't think Taylor's the type of artist that sells her songs or gives them away, like imagines them being
Right.
sung by
Gives it
someone
up to
other than
someone.
herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even if she had this like on a back end and said, not good enough for my album, but I could see so and so and letting it go
Right,
for them.
right.
I mean, yeah, as good as it was the first
Yeah.
listen, and even better.
Exactly. It's just a little better. Like
Yeah, the
having more Lana Del Rey never. I don't think it would ever make a song bad. It just
the beat was kept. You know, it could have. You could hear how that could be played with. Actually, like if they wanted it to be more up tempo, I'm sure it could have been.
yeah.
But
It fits.
that image of
It fits Lana's style very well.
And you know, today I was watching the news broadcast in the morning, which I don't usually do, and they had 3 cameras going for the, you know, the warm up of the weather over here, and they had a camera pointed at Point Pleasant Beach, and I don't know how much I've seen snow on the beach, and today there was patches of snow like where people normally would sit, and the water was still coming in.
Was it weird but beautiful?
It really was. It's like you don't think of the
you don't
beach
really think of
ever
that
as
imagery
experiencing the same thing.
You think of snow on like a mountain or a field. Or,
Yeah.
so the last track is a remix of the song Karma, which was one of the biggest hits off this album when it came out. The original song Karma. Then she decided to do a collaboration with Ice Spice.
Ice Spice?
Yeah, she's an extremely, extremely popular female artist that
Where?
she kind of what do you mean?
In the US?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Last year she kind of skyrocketed to fame with a couple tracks, probably 2 or 3 tracks that were all over the top charts. She collaborated with this other artist, Pink Panthers, who I actually like very much. They did a remix together. It was probably the most popular song of the year last year. So she was just kind of riding a massive wave. She still is. She's just a big hit maker. More of like rap, pop rap kind of.
She's not one of the Spice Girl babies.
No.
Baby Spice.
Yeah. So she was just hitting a massive, massive wave of coming up, being very popular. And then Taylor decided to put her on a remix to the most popular song on her album, which then again just continued to propel her on this skyrocketing path that she was already on, because it's Taylor Swift. So if anyone wasn't aware of who she was, it brought a lot more eyes to her. I'm pretty sure actually the first time she ever performed with Taylor was at MetLife when they did the New Jersey show.
Oh,
because the song came out like a day or 2 before that.
Oh, wow.
And she's very popular on the East Coast. She's like a New York based
Okay.
rap pop star. So yeah, so this is the final track. It's called Karma, and it's featuring Ice Spice.
Karma is that girl, like.
You talking shit for the hell of it. Addicted to betrayal, but you're relevant.
You remember this one? Or you remember the original? This was good live on the show, right? The concert.
You see the glare of everyone you burn.
A very sing-along song.
Yeah.
Around. And I keep my side of the street clean. Me and Karma vibe like that.
Karma is cause your check's bout to bounce. Karma is a fire in your house, and she bout to pop up unannounced. And she never leaving you alone. Watch her put your ops on a throne. Got you waving pretty white flags, fiending for that cash, thinking it'll save ya. Now you switching up your behavior. It's okay, baby, winning that pageant.
Good. That was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. She has a super unique
Yeah, it's not
delivery.
gangster sounding. It's not there's no
Yeah, she's very talented.
wow.
Flexing like a goddamn acrobat. Me and Karma vibe like that. Ask me what I learned from all those years. Coming straight home to me. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing.
Definitely the most catchy song on this whole.
Yeah.
Right? It's so
like a guilty pleasure for me. Like I'm sitting here like
can't help it.
I know.
Goddamn acrobat. Me and Karma vibe like that. Karma is my boyfriend.
The end.
Nice end.
Yeah.
Nice end.
Yeah, it was
Using
just
that one.
I think I'm pretty sure that they've become friends now, like in real life. Like they went to like a few different award shows and stuff together. But she was just, I mean, she deserved it. I mean, she's just been on a crazy run of popularity, and still
Wow.
to this day, like there's just a song that's just came out or coming out that she's been posting all over the social media. That's fucking everywhere. That's
Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of her music is very, I wouldn't say unserious, but it's very lighthearted,
Okay.
like kind of punchline rap pop.
Okay.
Just it has a really good energy. She's not like a big like singer or anything.
Okay.
Just super catchy beats and fun lyrics, and
okay.
but it's cool to see Taylor collaborate with someone like
Yeah.
that. Who is, when I saw it, I was like, everyone was like, huh?
Like pulling them up.
Like would never expect Ice Spice to collaborate with Taylor Swift,
Well,
but it's just too.
I think she's also all about female empowerment. So
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
exactly. And she's also someone who's just very in touch with the music scene, and
Yes. Who's
hot, who's not. Like you can tell this, it's not just a random pick. Like she knows the right time to do things and the right time to collaborate. So
It just seems that the placement of every song on that final 10 tracks was
perfect.
extremely well thought out, extremely well placed.
I mean, it starts off real
I mean, the
emotional and heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
So before we finish, I have one more, and then we'll do our closing thoughts.
All right.
Because I said she put out this last final from the vault.
Oh,
So she put out a deluxe. Then she did this bonus deluxe, which we just did. Then this wasn't that long ago, in November. So this is the most recent song she's put out.
okay.
She put out one final bonus from the vault
Is
track.
that a young picture of her?
No, that's a
What is
current
that?
picture of her.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's just her.
Looks like
standing
one of
against the
those
wall.
old Woolworth photos in the photo booth.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she put this out. I think it was in light of the Eras tour coming to streaming, or the Eras tour closing. She put this out as like a final end of the Midnight's era. So it's one of the vault tracks from this era, the final one, I guess. And it's called "You're Losing Me." So again, another one that I purposely held off on, never listened to.
You say I don't understand, and I say I know you don't. We thought a cure would come through in time, now I fear it won't. Remember looking at this room, we loved it 'cause of the light. Now I just sit in the dark and wonder if it's time. Do I throw out everything we built or keep it? Stop, you're losing me. Stop, you're losing me. Stop, you're losing me. I can't find a pulse, my heart won't start anymore. For you,
fits right into the sound of what we were coming off of, right?
My face was gray, but you wouldn't admit that we were sick. And the air is thick with loss and indecision. I know my pain is such an imposition. Now you're running down the hallway, and you know what they all say. You don't know what you got until it's gone. My endless empathy, and all I did was bleed as I tried to be the bravest soldier, fighting in only your army. Front lines, don't you ignore me. I'm the best thing at this party. Unless you're choosing me, you're losing me. Stop, stop, stop. You're losing.
It's almost like a heartbeat, right? This.
Stop, stop, stop. You're losing me. I can't find a pulse. My heart won't start anymore.
Yeah, great. Again. No.
Yeah, it reminds me of that movie I just finished where something happens in the world and everybody forgets all the Beatles music,
Oh yeah, yesterday.
and the one guy starts singing all these songs and everybody's like, wow, this guy's like a musical genius. He just keeps coming up with hit after hit after hit. That's what it must feel like,
Like when she first
when
plays
she-
something
yeah,
that she made.
Yeah, it's like,
Wow, you had that. You just wrote that just now. Yeah, the little idea I had, and like we said, the quantity,
the quantity
but the quantity
and
equating to how great they are, not just
right. No.
these easily could be just bullshit throwaway tracks that she's like, hey, here's some extra
there's
content.
No
but
skips. There's no skips and
of any of those tracks.
nothing. And in any album, you may say, "Oh, that wasn't my favorite," but it wasn't something that you feel like you can discard for what she's done with it. Like the amount of words, the amount of production, the amount of time.
Yeah. If for whatever reason I didn't already greatly respect her as a songwriter, this is like putting the
Yeah.
absolute definitive blow
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like hand over the crown, hand over the belt.
Yes, she's. I mean,
The hands down, undeniable.
and like you're saying, if this is now the most recent,
yeah,
stuff that
I
she's
like the
made-
direction.
it's definitely again continues to keep me excited for
Exactly.
what's the next
Yeah.
project sound that she's working.
I
on.
think maybe we even came in at just the right time in that, everybody who was a fan of her early stuff has been along with her through
For
the
so
journey.
long. Yeah.
We caught up and then got to experience the movie, got to experience this album.
And the craze that is
Yeah,
what she's
so
become
it's
the
like,
past
okay,
12 months.
yeah, we get it, we're there, we understand it. Now where do we go?
Yeah.
we're like all the other fans now in that, we're fully satiated and fully steeped in what she can deliver, and just obviously no one can ever feel like they can't wait. I mean, everybody feels like they can't wait for the next project.
Yeah.
That must be what it's
And
like.
I'm starting to understand that feeling.
That's what I mean. The fever of it.
I'm very curious to see, what is the next
But you have to respect the fact that she's got to take a break
and the
from
fucking
this
hustle.
tour.
Yeah.
I
I hope for her sake that she takes like a couple years now to
enjoy your
after making $1 trillion
enjoy your boyfriend, find some solid
because you have
ground.
you have to live.
Yeah,
Like with Kendrick, we've talked about it.
You got
You have to go away for a while at some point
Decompress.
and live your life to be able to. Mm-hmm. And if she does do that, the music that will eventually come from that is going to be fantastic.
I have no more words
Yeah.
other than to just appreciate every song.
And thanks again for not spoiling any of the sentiments or
I mean, everybody was just like,
everyone's just saying you need to listen
you
to the
got
second
to,
half.
yeah, please,
which I'm glad we didn't
yeah,
gloss over and go to the next
yeah.
album because this really is its own
I know.
album in itself.
And you've begged and pleaded, so maybe time to put that chart up again.
Yeah,
because,
I was gonna say.
we
Listen,
Yeah,
we do it every week.
Yeah.
If you watch our videos and you enjoy our videos, or if you like this video,
Yeah.
and you found us,
Give
just
us
consider hitting the subscribe button.
please. Yeah.
Let's move this graph. Next time, we're gonna check back in.
See
show
how
you the
you're
graph
doing.
again.
You get a mid-year report.
Yeah, thank you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, we do all the uncut versions on Patreon. We watched her Eras tour in full on Patreon. Me, my dad, and my sister, who's a Swiftie. So if you want to check that out, that's there. We post videos every week, not just Taylor, different artists. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week with a new album and a new video. Peace.